Welcome to all dear my learners. My name is Rahul Ahir Rao and today's session on pharmaceutical legislation in India, which comes under subject of pharmaceutical jurisprudence. So let us see first what is jurisprudence. Jurisprudence is the Latin word made up of juris and prudence. Juris means the law and prudence means the knowledge. As you see two images, juris means the law which is compulsory, which should be followed. There is no option other than follow. For example, in the picture the girl wearing a uniform which is a compulsory, that is called law. Then below the word prudence there is an image of information. So prudence means the knowledge or information. So this means that jurisprudence is the branch of pharmacy which deals with knowledge of law related to drugs and pharmacy profession. So within this subject of jurisprudence we will see various laws and penalties. You can see in the picture the law. When example of law is when you drive a car or bike, you must have to carry the license. So that is called law or rules. If you do not carry the license while driving a vehicle, then you have to pay fine to the government for breaking the law. So in the language of law or jurisprudence, the fine we call it as penalties. Similarly, we will see what are the laws and penalties in pharmacy in this jurisprudence subject. Next is learning objective. At the end of this presentation, you will be able to know what is pharmaceutical legislation, its objective, then evolution of pharmacy profession in India, what is Drug Act, and importance of each act, rules and under the pharmaceutical jurisprudence in the profession of pharmacy. So what is legislation? Legislation is the process of making law is called legislation. So legislation is the law intents for regulation and control of various aspects of life. So law which control and regulate the various aspects of life. These aspects might be social, economical and political. For example, Janta curfew or corona related lockdown declared by government. So it is a law which control and regulate various social behavior, social responsibilities of pharmacists that open the shop for at least 12 hours or 24 hours for the mankind service. Then economical, the example is during lockdown period the prices of the groceries as well as prices of medicine should not be sold more than MRP. And political aspects of life are also controlled by law. So pharmaceutical legislation is the mixed legislation which overlapping covers both social and economical aspects. So this legislation gives power to make the law. So legislation is the process of making law. So this gives the power. So the question comes in your mind, guys, that why law is important in pharmacy, why it is needed, what is the importance of law in pharmacy? Because our role is to manufacture a drug or sell a drug. So why there is need of law? For that I have to answer. Before I have to give answer, you can go through the question, that is, in 2020 can world's COVID infection control sufficiently by only medicine? So what other thing is done by various countries of the world? Think over it. Only medicine will not work, right? So what they do, they apply law like lockdown period for 1 month, then 2 months, 3 months. So with the help of law and medicine the infection is controlled. So this is the importance of law in the pharmacy profession. So this is one of the example of importance of law in pharmacy profession, to maintain the standard of the drug, to maintain the social responsibility, to maintain the health of the society. So what are the objectives of legislation? So legislation is made to ensure that the patient receives the drug of required quality, that is it should be very well good quality, the drug should be good quality, well tested in lab and approved by the various lab like ISI mark, FSSI mark, FDA, as you see in the images below the slides, then evaluated for safety as well as efficacy of their intended use. So evaluated with the help of various clinical trial for safety and efficacy. Then pharmaceutical legislation is associated with the mainly health of the society. So these are the two objectives of the legislation. Actually in 1811 first chemist shop was opened by Mr. Bathgate, who came with East India Company in Calcutta, and after 100 years, that is 1910, started manufacturing of tinctures and spirits, which is mentioned in fifth point. So in between that, in 1821, another firm is started by Smith and Co. as a apothecary shop. We also called it as a storehouse shop, and started manufacturing in 1918. Also in 1901, Bengal Chemicals and Pharmaceutical Works, a small factory, was started in Calcutta by Acharya R.C. Ray. Later in 1903, Professor T.K. Gajjar opens small factory at Parel, Mumbai, for development of pharmaceutical units, and Alembic Chemical Works Limited at Barodra. So this is the origin of pharmacist in India who came with, but these units are not sufficient for Indian public. Hence most of the medicines are imported from outside India, that is UK, United Kingdom, France and Germany. But after First World War, most of the imported drugs becomes cheaper, so the in-house local drugs in India and the imported drugs from outside the India, their competition becomes increase, and it is the drugs becomes unhealthy and flooded with the inferior and substandard and even harmful drugs. So market is filled with the substandard drugs. Situation is observed by government of India, and they set up and appoint by Indian government in 1931 a drug inquiry committee. The committee chairman was Lieutenant Colonel R.N. Chopra. That committee also called the DEC committee, that is Drug Inquiry Committee or Chopra committee. The committee was asked to mark inquiries in the said matter and then mark recommendation for smooth control of manufacture import. To make they make recommendations for control of manufacturing, import, distribution and sale of the drug in the interest of public health. Drug Inquiry Committee gives some recommendations. About 19 recommendation is given by them. Out of that, only 3 important recommendation we will see. The formation of PCI, that is Pharmacy Council of India, which is controlled by central government India, and SPC, that is State Pharmacy Council of India, which is controlled by each state of the country. So these councils look after education, training professionals of the pharmacist and maintain the names of and address of registered pharmacists. Second recommendation of Drug Inquiry Committee is creation of drug control departments at center and in all state. And third recommendation, establishment of well-equipped central drug laboratory. Then next is we will see Drug Bill Act. So after this recommendation, because of reluctant approach of government towards the implementation of these recommendations of DEC, public pressurized the government. So because of delayed nature of the government, the public pressurized the government. Ultimately, in 1937, import of drug bill was introduced in the assembly, but that rule or that act not covered the manufacture, sale and distribution of drug in the drug act bill. Hence, the DEC, that is Drug Inquiry Committee, forced government to include all the aspects of manufacturing, sale, distribution in the drug bill. Hence, 1940 the drug bill was again introduced and amended, and that bill was passed. Present Drug and Cosmetic Act is the improved version of Drug Act 1940, and it covers provisions related to drug, cosmetic, Ayurvedic, Unani, homeopathic medicines. So, number of improved versions done, and finally the Drug and Cosmetic Act is come. So what is the objective of the final Drug and Cosmetic of today's act is to control import of the drug from out of the India. If you want to purchase a drug into the India, so that control by Drug and Cosmetic Act. Then manufacturing of drug inside the India, it is also controlled by this act. Then distribution of that drug within the India and sale of the drug within the India, also these are applicable also cosmetics. So Drug and Cosmetic Acts cover these things. So this is the objective of Drug and Cosmetic Acts. Then central government has made many rules for the same and presented the Drug Cosmetic Acts and the 1945. These acts and rules were amended from time to time. So after independence in 1947, Government of India launched various acts as per the recommendations of Drug Inquiry Committee. Some of them are Pharmacy Act comes in 1948. The purpose of this act to maintain standard of the pharmacy. Then next act comes is the Drug and Magic Remedy Act 1954 to control and prohibit magic remedies within India. Then Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act comes in 1955 to control alcohol use within India by applying excise duty. Then the Drug Price Control Order comes in 1995 to maintain the production, distribution and fair price of the medicine. And the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Acts comes in 1985. Indian Patent and Design Act comes in 1970. So number of acts comes after the independence. So let us see the summary. The meaning of jurisprudence is knowledge of law. Legislation means the process of making a law. The objective of the legislation is to ensure the drug of good quality, well tested and evaluated with the safety and efficacy for intended use. Then we also see 1931 the Drug Inquiry Committee has been set up to maintain the standard or to control the manufacturing, import, sale of the drug. So Drug Inquiry Committee recommends 19 recommendations. Out of that 3 recommendations are formation of State Pharmacy Council, then Pharmacy Council of India, then Central Drug Laboratory and DCD, that is Drug Control Department. Then We also see 1937 drug bill was passed, but it is only import of the drug related rules is applied. So Drug Act 1940 is passed to incorporate the other laws, other clause of import, manufacturing, distribution and sale of the drug within the India. So latest version of Drug and Cosmetic Act is the improved version of Drug Bill Act. So these are the references. This is the vocabulary during the presentation. On my side, thank you. Hope you will understand what is legislation and moral of the day.